Chestatee War Eagles and quarterback Jordan DeGraff at home against Dawson County. DeGraff would have a career night, and it starts on the third play of the game. Hits Tony Faison for a 68-yard touchdown, and just like that, it's 7-0 Chestatee. That didn't take long at all. Let's see how the Tigers respond. They've got a pretty good quarterback too, the junior Tyler Dominy. With the pitch to Will Anglin. Decent gain on the play for Anglin. And that will be followed up with Dominy's dump pass up the middle, complete to Zach Martin. He'd be a key part of this game as it moves along if you just keep watching. But the nice catch and run sets up this chip shot 26-yard field goal by Max Muldoon. And back to that War Eagles offense. DeGraff will elect to keep on this one. Gets a good block or two in there and even uses the old stiff arm. Big pickup into Dawson territory. But this next time, DeGraff elects to share the ball a little bit. The give to Montre Tate. He's the leading rusher for Chestatee, coming in with 153 yards in the first two games. 28 yards added to that one here on this run to get inside the 5. As the last seconds tick off the board, DeGraff reaches inside the pylon, crosses the plane for 6. The extra point puts the War Eagles on top, 14-3 as they go into the second quarter. That was from 8 yards out. That score capped the 69-yard drive by the War Eagles, and here he goes again. Late in the second, DeGraff calls his own number and eludes the Dawson defense. Goes 38 yards on this touchdown run. Second trip to the end zone in this game. 5th so far on the season. DeGraff would end the night with 73 yards rushing, giving him 194 3 games into the schedule. So it's 21-3 and looking like a blowout. But moments before the half, the Tigers shoot themselves in the foot. Dominy off his back foot, screen pass to Martin, pounds his way in for pay dirt, but a holding penalty brings it back. And our halftime score remains 21-3 in favor of the home team. But the tides would change. Dawson nickeled and dimed its way down the field on the opening drive of the second half. 15 plays, 80 yards. This a huge part of that. Anglin hauls in the pass and gets inside the 5. Martin then takes it from there. Shrinks Chestatee's lead to 21-10. See how DeGraff responds now. We've seen him use the legs in this game and even a little with his arm, but this drive was impressive. Drops back and delivers a strike to Faison. 3 catches, $117 for Faison in this contest, puts him over 200 on the year in just 2 games, good enough to lead the team. DeGraff switches it up a bit, goes next to Brandon Thompson. First catch all year, 4 rushing TDs so far and 150 on the ground, but this is his first catch and he makes it count as they continue marching downfield. Who's next? Left hash marks to Baker McCormick. Big gainer that has Chestatee chomping at the bits, just a yard shy of promised land, but the next play fumbled away by Thompson. Usually he's a lot more careful, but couldn't hold on this time. So 90 yards away from making this game real close, but don't tell the Tigers that. They don't care if it was 190. They were going to find a way to get there. Dominy finds his man down the far side for a huge chunk of real estate down to the 10. And check out the window Dominy uses here to Bruce Clark. Great play on both ends. Touchdown. The 11-yard strike makes this game 21-16. 2-point conversion was no good, though. But the momentum is now fully with Dawson County as they've held Chestatee scoreless in the second half at this point, and their good fortune continues. Clark, again the recipient of a Dominy pass, getting more big yardage. Clark would have 10 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown. This set up Zach Martin's 5-yard TD run, his second trip to the end zone, gathering 103 yards on 32 carries. And for the second time in a row, the 2-point try would be denied by Chestatee, picked off this time in the end zone by P.J. White. However, the Tigers have now stormed back to take a 22-21 lead with 4:34 remaining. Now they hope to just hold on after clawing their way back and taking the lead. DeGraff hits Kelly Arthur, who picks the best time to enter the highlight reel. Chestatee still with time. And Jordan DeGraff doesn't hesitate. Quick pass in the flats again to Arthur, and he'll take care of the rest. Scampers in the final 20 yards for the go-ahead score with just under 2 minutes left. So after losing an 18-point lead, the War Eagles soar back in front with the late touchdown. DeGraff 7 of 9 passing for 197 and a pair of scores. Last chance for romance. Dominy on 4th down goes long to Clark. And this one is broken up by Justin Spears, and that's the game as Chestatee takes over. They win a wild one at home over the Tigers, 27-22. The final, don't look now, Chestatee undefeated 3-0, and Dawson now 1-2.